This goes out to affiliates, brand owners, drop shippers, agency owners. Stop what you're doing and listen carefully. We're entering a new era of online business, and what I'm about to share has generated me over $70 million in revenue, but it's not what you think. My name is Micol, and I've added 9 figures in the past 5 years to multiple big brands like Dr. Gundry, Roundhouse Provisions, My Power Life, Unify Health Labs, and a few others. And also owner of Affiliate Takeover, the most relevant conference in the industry. By adopting this method, I not only started making money as a complete beginner, but it brought me up to making an average of at least $1 million a month in revenue with solid 20 to 40% in net profit margins for more than 4 years straight. And I'm giving it all away in this video. So take pen and paper, be ready to take notes, and it doesn't matter at what stage you are right now, this is going to be transformational for your business. In this video, we're going to focus on 2 main topics. Number 1, how to get buyers/user acquisition, the most important skill in any business. Specifically, how to turn cold traffic into sales using high converting ads that we're gonna launch on social platforms like Meta and Google. Learning how to master this will turn you quickly from a beginner into a pro. The second topic is affiliate marketing and why this is the best business model right now, whether you're an aspiring affiliate or an e-commerce brand owner. The affiliate era is here, and it's the most fair and scalable business model for both brands and beginners. And I'll explain why and how you can adopt it later in this video. And if you're already an affiliate, but you're still struggling to go past $5,000 to $10,000 a day consistent and profitably, this video is for you, because I'm going to show you how I was able to hit $100,000 days uncountable times by finding the right winning products to run, how I ran them, how I fixed my cash flow issues, and how I made sure that my ad accounts never faced any policy issues whatsoever. But this video isn't for you if you think you know everything about affiliate, because trust me, you probably don't. So I don't only talk the talk, but I walk the walk. These are some very interesting numbers. You see these? These aren't some fake screenshots or theoretical revenue. This is real money generated consistently month after month. But what's more interesting is how I did it. And you know why most people fail? You see, most people think they need to build complex funnels, handle customer service, manage inventory, deal with suppliers, run risky campaigns that get you banned by going too aggressive, or simply don't focus on what matters the most in their business. And that's exactly why they fail. They're focused on the wrong things. And you might have heard about affiliate before, but I know a lot of you truly don't understand how it actually works. So let me break down why affiliate marketing is the ultimate business model right now. So first off, let's compare it to other business models. Dropshipping. Sure, you might hit good revenues, but you're only looking at something like 10 to 20% profit margins if you're good enough, and that's if you find winning products after burning through thousands of dollars in testing. E-commerce. I built a 7-figure brand myself. And you want to know what happened? I was working 24/7, dealing with suppliers, managing teams, handling customer service, making good money, but completely trapped in my own business. Agency? Well, everyone thinks it's easy money because you don't need startup capital. But now you're trading your time for money, dealing with demanding clients, and constantly chasing new business. But with affiliate marketing, well, everything changes. This is from one campaign. We scaled from $1,000 to $170,000 per day in just 10 days, with even $60,000 profit days. Now, how was that possible? Because we mastered 2 things that no one else is talking about. Creating video sales letters that convert cold traffic into customers at scale. And number 2, we only focus on point 1 and nothing else. So how's that possible? Because we're just affiliates who take care of ads and conversions, nothing else. The fulfillment, the customer service, the payment processing, the yada yada, it's not up to me. And here is what makes it even more powerful. It's beginners and pro friendly. This will take you from 0 to 1, and later on, once you're ready, from $1,000 to $10,000 a day, $20,000 a day, and beyond. But you see, a lot of you don't even know where to start, or you're confused, or you can't understand why you cannot go to the next level, or you simply wish to switch business model or change your career. So I got you. This big video is going to be split in 2 main chapters. Chapter 1, the principles of affiliate marketing. How it works, where to start from, ad accounts, how to find winning products, how to create your first ads, what budgets do you need, and how you can go from 0 to 1K a day and share with you realistic expectations of success. Chapter 2, how to make the best ads in the game, how to build a VSL and takeaways from 100 million views VSL that generated me over $20 million in revenue with high profit margins, and all the processes that go behind to scale to the big days. So let's get the basics right. So how does affiliate marketing work? Let's start with a product example so we can all follow very easily. Let me bring up a successful brand that we used to run in the past, which is Dr. Kellyan. The product that we were selling was a bone broth. Bone broth in general is very good for your gut health. So instead of cooking it by yourself, we sold the powdered version of bone broth with all the benefits. So now this product cost $59 to the consumer. And if someone buys, there is a bunch of different upsells in the backend. That's exactly why they were paying us $120 per sale, because the average order value of the brand was somewhere around $150. So if I spend $90 to generate one sale, I keep 120 minus 90, it's $30 profit per sale. Now, if I generate 20 sales a day, the revenue is gonna look like this: $2,400 in revenue, $1,800 in ad spend, and the profit is $600. So that's 30% ROI on your ad spend. So simply based on this, you can see why affiliates are simply the best media buyers a brand can work with, as they're soldiers on the frontier risking their own capital to make brands more money. And that's why brands pay top dollars to affiliates once they understand the leverage that brings to their business. The affiliate just made $600 in one day and only took care of ads and managing ad campaigns. Now, I know what you're thinking. Where do I even find these products? How do I even test them? How do I create these ads, and what budgets do I need? And most importantly, where do I start from? You start from here. This is the best guide out there. So follow each step. The first step is you need to find products. And what's the best way to do that? You need to work with affiliate networks. So what are affiliate networks? Affiliate networks are, as the word says, a network of affiliates that connects them to multiple brands, just like Dr. Kellyan or other big brands that are out there that want to leverage the affiliate traffic. So how do they make money? How does this economically work out for everyone? So let's say that you're a brand and you have a certain margin for marketing that you can afford in spending. So for Dr. Kellyan, they have $150, $160 AOV, and they're interested in getting new customers without even profiting on the first sale. They just want to get a lot of customers through the door and upsell them stuff later on in their funnels via email marketing, cross-selling, whatever. So they're ready to pay $120 commission. So if there was an affiliate network in between that connects the brand to an affiliate, it would probably look something like this. The brand pays 80% of the margin to what they can afford to the affiliate network. The affiliate network keeps 10% of that and pays 70% of that to the affiliate. So if you want to find these products, instead of reaching out to brands and try to explain them how it works, you could do that. But the simple and easiest way is to find affiliate networks that offer a wide range of products. Because once you log in, you're gonna find hundreds of products that you can actually sell, and you're gonna work with brands that understand the affiliate model, meaning that they're gonna pay top dollar for the sales that you're gonna bring in. Now, if you're an e-com owner and you wanna work with an affiliate network, you need to figure out the economics that work for you. So what I always say is just take your current cost per acquisition. So if it's like $60, could you pay out $70 to an affiliate to make it exciting? If not, you can still try to offer your current cost per acquisition, because maybe that's the highest you can go. But remember, the more you can pay an affiliate, the more you can actually make. And the more you pay an affiliate, the easier it is for you to switch focus on actually improving the backend to improve your margins and pay more your affiliates. Because this allows you to basically outsource the front end, not even put down any cash flow for ads, because the affiliate is going to take care of that. So you would basically build up a system where you can consistently get affiliates to bring you traffic without you having to advance a dime. So there are many affiliate networks out there that facilitate the onboarding of new brands and help new affiliates to run successful traffic. The problem may be that some affiliate networks don't let you in. And that's exactly why in our Scalers community, we actually give direct access to many networks that the public doesn't have. But you can still get access to affiliate networks like ClickBank, or MaxWeb. Now, once you actually get in these affiliate networks, you will find so many different products, a lot of different products. And that's exactly when product picking becomes the next crucial step for your affiliate career. Because you see, if you pick the wrong products, you're just gonna burn so much of your savings for products that have no future. And there's a lot of them, and that's just the way it is. So there are actually two smart ways to find a good product. The first way is to reverse engineer successful campaigns. So how do you do that? If you're not familiar, there's actually a lot of transparency tools nowadays that allow you to see the current ads for any brand or any product running at the moment on platforms like YouTube or Facebook. So for example, if you go on the Meta ads library and you type in a product name that you found on an affiliate network, you can then find all the ads that are currently spending money. And if you want to have even more insights, you can actually use spy tools like Atria or other similar tools that give you more insights of all these ads. Now, why is this important? Because if you see that some products, some brands are just running tons of different ads since many months, you can come to one conclusion. If they're spending money since a lot of time, they're probably making more money, right? Which means that the product is banking. And also, if you get insights on how many views they're getting, if there's a video ad that has millions of views, trust me, they're spending thousands of dollars a day. The second smart way is to actually work with affiliate managers. So who are affiliate managers? Well, you see, there's so many affiliates that sign up at these networks, and the networks is only gonna make money if you are gonna make money. So they put points of contacts that are gonna help you get success. And their incentive is obviously that you start making money. So they get a chunk of the revenue that you generate. So the best thing to do is to ask them directly which are the top performing products at the moment. So you can mix the two different ways. They're gonna tell you some piece of information, and then you're gonna reverse engineer those campaigns by using the Meta ad library and putting in the keywords just as an example that I showed you before. So in that way, you're gonna narrow the chances of success, and you're not gonna waste hundreds if not thousands of dollars on products that you don't have any insights of. That's just very stupid and foolish, but I get it. You probably didn't hear this before. That's why we're in this video, that you can actually copy the exact same frameworks and strategies that I use to find winning products. And not only that, I use a winning product checklist. The first one is I actually check the brand quality. Why? Because I want to work with top brands. I want to work with products that actually work, because I want to have great feedback under my ads. I want to improve people's life, and I want to have a long-term campaign. I'm not here for the short game. I don't want to find a winner, scale it, and then be flooded with negative user feedbacks because my brand sucks, and then have to pause after I put in so much effort. I wanna have this lasting, because we're building a business here, a recurring profit engine. That's what I wanna build. Always take a look at the brand quality, what branding they have, what reputation they have on Google, on Amazon, the reviews. That's something so important. The second thing is, and I'm gonna talk about it later, are the video assets that they give you, because we need to start creating ads. But don't worry, you don't need to create ads right off the gate, and I will explain this later in this video. But they need to have great video assets for me to even be interested in working with them. Because imagine you launch a product and there's nothing to work with. Like, how do you come up with that? It's just adds complexity, especially in a stage where we still need to find out if this product is even worth spending more time in it. And the third one is the ratio between cost to consumer and commission. So as an example of Bone Broth by Dr. Kalyan, it was a great ratio. The sales triggers every time someone spends $60. And how much am I getting paid for that initial sale? $120. So even twice as much. But obviously it's sustainable, because down the line people are being upsold and they're buying more products, and it just works out the economics for the brand. But as an affiliate, you sort of have to care about that. Initially you just don't. You just need to find those opportunities that pay you good enough. A bad ratio between cost to consumer and commission would be if the product costs $60 but they only pay you $30. That's not a great indicator. That's probably not gonna work out. And if it works out, you probably just generate 2 sales a day, and that's it. That's as high you can go. So I would leave that out of the way. So now, once we identified which product we're gonna bet on that is gonna work with the highest chances, where do we promote it? So there's always a question that I get. Is it YouTube? Is it Facebook? Is it TikTok? What is it at this stage? And I'm gonna be very straightforward here. Facebook is more effective because it's faster at finding the right customers for you. By fast, I mean you need to spend less to get to results quicker compared to YouTube. Simply because Facebook has more data than YouTube. Because everyone on Facebook has an account. But without getting too much in the details of how the algo work, just stick to Facebook, because quicker means you're gonna burn less budget at this stage. And at this stage, you just wanna know if your product is generating you profits. So how do you actually run Facebook ads? Well, first off, we need to create a business manager, and inside of it, we need to create different ad accounts. I actually have the full-on guide in our Scalers courses, but it's very straightforward. Like, there's so many guides out there, even by Facebook, that show you how you can set these up. So you might have heard that there are problems with the Facebook ad accounts, and that might be an initial blocker for you because you might have tried or you heard, but it can be pretty simple to solve this issue. First off, we don't need to run black hat products. We need to stay in the white hat world. So what is the difference between white hat and black hat? White hat is anything that is approved by the platforms itself. So anything that Facebook likes. There's actually the policies that you should know of the products that you can and can't run. Because if you run products that go against the policies, you're gonna get trouble and you're gonna go against current. And that's gonna add complexity and headaches to your business. So why would you do that, right? You wanna run white hat products that people want, that are good for society. Not products that offer get quick rich schemes or casino companies, nothing like that. Stick to the white hat world and you're gonna go far. But in the case that you do get banned, because it just happens at times, there's another solution. You can work with ad account agencies. Now, I have preferred partners inside the communities that I use, such as Orange Trail or other agency accounts providers, and they can help you just simply get you new ad accounts almost endlessly, especially if you're running white hat stuff. So that's something that I've been using in the past, because Facebook can be very tricky, but it was never a blocker for me because I can get endless ad accounts anytime that I need. Now that we have our ad accounts, we found the winning products, we need to start creating our first ads. But actually, we're not really gonna create anything yet, because I told you before, you don't need to be able to create ads at this stage. What you need to be able to is to identify the winning ads at the moment, and I told you how to do that. You go in the meta ad library, see what's working, and what are you gonna do with those ads? You're gonna rip, tweak, and run. This allows you to test them fast and fail fast and stay ad account free. So what does that mean in a nutshell? It means that you're downloading the ads that are currently running, you're gonna tweak them, and by tweak I mean you're gonna change the first 3 seconds, or you're gonna crop them, you're gonna mirror them, you're gonna add an overlay on it. And the only reason why we do that is because we wanna stay ad account ban free. So one thing that Facebook doesn't like is to have the exact same video uploaded multiple times on different ad accounts and running traffic to it, because Facebook protects the user experience, so they want unique content all the time. Besides these details, that's what you have to do. The reason why you do that and you're not creating ads yet is because you're still in the product testing phase, where you still don't know what's gonna work, so you need to minimize effort and maximize results at the very early stage. Now, you shouldn't scale ads that someone else made because you're not adding any value. But what you're doing here is just getting those early signals to understand if that product has potential. So I actually did a challenge where I had to launch an affiliate product from scratch without using any secret contact that I may have, just starting with what everyone has. So what I did was the exact same thing. I actually focused on a product named Lifehack, and I found it on an affiliate network that everyone has access to. And what I did was reverse engineering the ads, and I did some more tweaks than just copying them. I actually changed the hooks, added some text, and it was very effective because I launched these ads that you see right here for this product, and it's an anti-choking device for children, because a lot of children, they, you know how it is, they just put things in their mouth and sometimes they risk to get choked. So this product actually has a lot of positive reviews in the US because it saved a lot of babies and a lot of elderly people from choking. I did the same thing. I just downloaded some ads, improved them because I wanted to add value right away. I didn't want to just run them. But what you should do is just tweak them, change as I told you, crop them, overlays, blah, 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 so that you don't get caught by Facebook that you're copying ads, and launch those ads as they are. Not only that, every network offers you different landing pages. So if you found some other ads on the meta ad library, not only copy the same ads that they're using, but also copy the landing page that they're using. That is going to increase the chances of success. You literally copy the right funnel. You can find those landing pages most likely available in the affiliate network, because the affiliate network provides you with different landing pages to run. So if you do these exact same steps, you have extremely high chances of success to actually start seeing sales come in through the door in the first week. That's how simple it is. Now, how many ads do I need to test a product? I always recommend 4 ads inside of the same campaign, and you could put them in the same ad sets or in 4 different ad sets. I don't care, as long as you get to spend enough money on each ad that is significantly different, especially like the hook and the format, so that increases the chances of you finding the right winner. So if you go Meta ad library, you're probably gonna find more ads running for the same product. So I would test more of them, because otherwise if you're just betting on one ad for the product, you're putting all eggs in one basket, and if it doesn't work, you're gonna assume that the product doesn't work, but it may be just your ad. So now, how much should you spend on a test? It differs from the payout, because if you're getting a $50 commission, it's pointless to spend $10 a day for like 5 days and then stop, because essentially you're expecting to generate a sale within your first $50, which is unrealistic. A realistic expectation is that you're gonna spend $400 to $500 at first and make $200, $300 back, and then you can actually call it a success. It would be bad if you generated $0 after that amount of ad spend. How I test product is, if my commission is $50, I spend $150 a day at least just to start the traffic. Then I don't go in panic if the first day I don't sell any product, because we're training the algo here. The AI model of Facebook is very smart, but it still needs time to optimize your traffic, because the algo is going to start presenting the ad to people and find out which type of personas and profiles are actually interacting with it more, which people are then going to click on it and then buy. And once you start getting sales in, their algo is going to become much better to find more people likely to buy and reduce your cost per acquisition and increase your profits. So it's absolutely fine that we're burning money at the very beginning. You shouldn't burn thousands of dollars, but you should be ready to burn a few $100s on each test. So $150 a day for 3 days at least, that's $450. $450 to test a winning product that you find out, and if your product picking is on point and you followed my step, you should be in a spot where you generated something like $200 in revenue. If that's the case and you have 4 ads, you're probably gonna start identifying some patterns that some ads may perform better than others. So it's not time to kill yet. It's time to turn off the other ads and focus your ad spend on the ads that are actually generating you sales, and then continue from there. If after 7 days you got enough data, you might find a winning ad. And if not, but you're damn close to profitability, you need to go back and start testing more ads, or just let it spend more. It's time to kill a product if you don't get any sales at all. Like you spend $400 and you got 0 sales on a $50 product. Again, it's tailored to the payout. If you're dealing with a $150 commission, like for example for a supplement, spending $450 is not enough. You should be spending at least $1,000, 3 times the commission as a daily budget. So if you're a beginner, my suggestion is stick to gadgets. It costs you less money to test, you get more sales through the doors, and you start training the knowledge of actually launching products and testing and setting things up. So stick to that at the very beginning. Now, how do you scale from $0 to $1,000 a day? The hardest part is to actually find a product that is consistent in revenues. So for example, if you start with $150 a day and you're generating $200 for consecutive days, then it's time for you to start spending more money. You need a few days of profitability to have the signal that campaign is stable, that ad is good enough to generate you profits. And from there on, it's actually fairly easy, because I just continue doubling the budget. I go from 150 to 300. If the campaign is stable, it might get unstable on day 1 after the change of a budget. If it remains stable for a few other days, then I double the budgets again, and then I'm at 600. And then I can start making decisions of like, yo, do you want to spend $800 now, $1,000 now? That's up to the feeling, and there's no right or wrong. You can just simply test. You need to be ready to see some losses every time you touch the campaigns, because you're destabilizing the algo just for a day or two, and then it's gonna restabilize. So always judge campaigns based on the week and not on the day, because if you judge day by day, you're either gonna get too excited or you're gonna go in panic because, whoa, one day I didn't generate a sale, or I lost some money, and you're gonna freak out and pause and never touch the campaign again. That's what a lot of you do as a mistake, especially as a beginner, because you panic without understanding that this is a game that just takes time to build. So from 0 to 1K can be fairly easy. Don't listen to me, listen to Marco. Marco was a student that joined Scalers, then got some coaching from me. We actually met. He showed me his ad account. He was spending $200 a day for like 2 weeks. His weeks were extremely profitable. So it's like, what's holding you back from scaling. It's like, oh, because every time I increase the budget a bit, the day after the performance is bad. But I was like, you're looking at this wrong. You need to look at this on a weekly base, not on a daily base. So actually double the budget. You're probably gonna lose money on the first day after the change, but on the second and third day, you're gonna make it back. Once that happens, just continue doubling. So he actually applied what I told him, and after 4 or 5 days, he was spending $1,000 a day, making somewhere like $300 to $500 in profit, and then he just kept scaling. So this brings me exactly to the expectations, because we need to manage them. We can't expect to make money right away. When I started, was 2015, there were no guides like this. There was no Alex Micol on YouTube teaching me all these nuggets, and it took me 6 to 8 months before I started making some profits. And by profits, I mean I lost some money initially, and then I actually made it back, and then it became profitable. Also for Marco, it didn't work right away. It took him some months of just failing and testing products that don't work and going through all the possible mistakes before he found that $200 a day profitable campaign. But once he did, there's no coming back. In general, what I see, people need 3 to 6 months to see some sort of profitable results. That's just the name of the game. And the input needed is just to stay on top of it, work a few hours a day, and actually start making all these tests. The more you test, the more you're gonna learn. If you just stick to theory, you're never gonna understand what works and what doesn't. So you need to test. That's the triple T rule. Oh, Alex, how does this work? Test. Hey, you think this product will work? Test. What about these ads? Test. That's how you're gonna understand if it works or not. And that's why we need the budget that we told you at the very beginning. You're not burning budget, you're collecting data and finding out what doesn't work and what works. But keep this in mind. Everything I'm telling you in this video and that I told you so far, I promise you, it's designed to help you succeed. So forget all the noise, all the worries of what other people tell you, that the market is saturated, blah, blah, BS. If you literally pick the product as I told you, and you implement the ad accounts knowledge that I gave you, and you rip, tweak, and run your first ads, and you set the budget as I told you, and you don't panic in the process, you will get good initial results rather quickly, simply because logically you're copying what's already working. And this is what can get you to your first 1K a day, but not what will enable you to go really big. By big, I mean 500K a month to 1 million a month. Because in order to do that, we need to add a ton of value to our partners. And ripping and running ads is not the way to do it. It's just the way that we use to product test, not to scale. In order to scale, we need to switch from being a copycat and becoming a creator, and create the next high converting ad that will help you to go from $1,000 to $10,000 a day to $20,000 a day and beyond. And this brings me exactly to the next big chapter. Chapter 2 is entirely dedicated to help you go big to the $1 million a month mark. And we're gonna cover everything from how to create the best ads in the game. Doesn't matter what you run, if it's e-commerce, info, SaaS, lead gen. We're gonna go over the different ads formats, how to structure a VSL, the relationship that you need to build, how to stay cash flow positive. So let's start with the most important part, how to actually become a creator and make the best ads. So the ads that allowed me to scale the hardest were long VSLs. So essentially it's a video that is scripted to sell you a specific product by capturing the user attention, nurturing, highlighting the problems, highlighting the solutions that they need, and then pack all those solutions in a product, which is casually gonna be the product that you sell. And there are many different formats. I used long VSLs, so video ads that are even 40 to 50 minutes long, or short VSLs that then point to a product page. For example, for gadgets, I don't need to make a 40-minute video to sell a $50 gadget. Or a quiz VSL where the funnel is sending you a quiz, and then once you take the quiz, then we can actually give you tailored information in a VSL format that then sells your product. Or a short VSL that then points to a VSL page. So I'm gonna tell you exactly the structure of a winning VSL. But to take a step back, why are these ads so effective? Because guess what? They don't feel like ads. They feel like a valuable piece of content that everyone is watching, with storytelling, with education. So even if you don't buy, you got a lot of value out of it. And guess what? You get what you give. So if we give a lot of value first, then we're magically gonna get a lot of more sales. So now, before going into the structure, how do we make the video the most engaging? How do we narrate a story in the most effective way? Well, just think about the content you consume. You always watch YouTubers telling you things, explaining you stuff, just like this video. So who's present in this video? someone with authority over a certain topic. I established the authority at the very early on of this video, or you might know me through my work, so that's why you listen to me. And that's exactly the type of figure that you need in your own VSLs. We need authority figures or spokespersons, someone that is going to be present in the video, because people prefer looking at someone in the face than some AI generated content with a lot of stock footage running in the back
with an AI voiceover that doesn't feel personal at all.
And it's always going to come across better if there is a story behind it. So how do we create these VSLs, for example, for a gadget? Well, if there is no authority figure that is, for example, like a doctor, like we use in Dr. Gundry, that is a very well-respected doctor in the gut health space that has podcasts and books. I mean, look at the guy. Like, doesn't he look trustworthy? Like, of course I would buy products from him because he looks like a doctor. So that's like a visual reference right away. And then the VSLs that we built for him and then the hooks that we created, we always establish his authority right away. And subconsciously or consciously, we're telling you why you should be listening to this person, because he's the doctor, he's the authority, he knows the stuff. And by the way, when I say we, it's me and the brand that has amazing script writers that follow inputs that I gave and whatnot. So the same thing applies to you. If you want to start scaling the product that you're just scaling, or you're an e-commerce owner and you want to start creating VSLs and scale your business to the next level, then you need to identify that person. It can be done in a genuine way where you find customers with your stories, or you as the founder of the e-commerce, you get in front of the camera and you share why you build this product and why you think it's going to impact millions of lives and how you came up with the formula. And that's going to add a lot of trust to your video. So as an example, Mark went from rip and running ads of Meta Ad Library, got coaching, and then actually started creating his own VSLs. He didn't find a spokesperson at the company that felt comfortable being in front of the camera. He hired a doctor that believed in the product idea and then gave him a script to read. And we're gonna show you exactly how the setup might look like, what you need to think about in the VSL structure. And actually that brings me to the structure of a VSL. How do you structure these ads so that they're easy to digest, they give value, they convert into actual sales, and they're long-lasting ads that you can run for months, if not years. By the way, just to give you a context, I have been running the same VSL for the past 3 years. Usually VSLs for a product last me long time. The only effort that I need to put in to maintain these campaigns alive are gonna be the hooks. The hooks is the first part of the VSL that anybody watches. The hook is 3 to 5 seconds long usually. And if we look at this chart, we can see why this is so important. As you can see, and you might know this as well as a user, when you're scrolling on Facebook or you're on YouTube, the first thing you're gonna see is the first 5 seconds. In fact, when you're navigating on YouTube and you just clicked on that Logan Paul video and you wanna get to watch it, you're gonna position the mouse ready to skip the ad, right? That's a very typical behavior. That's when we lose the majority of the traffic. So it doesn't matter how good and great your VSL is, it's not gonna be good enough if your hook sucks. So what do? We need to be very captive. So in fact, if we look again at the chart, that's when we lose the majority of traffic. But then the retention is actually going to get better after some time, because who wanted to skip, and who wants to stay, stays. In fact, in these 40-50 minute VSLs that we launched, that were the biggest VSLs in the VSL history, and I can promise you that because everyone copied us, everyone tried to do the exact same tricks and frameworks and the strategies that we use to create open loops and use phrases like the one thing is gonna change your life, blah, blah, blah. Everyone copied that because we did it so well. Point being, the hook is the most important part of your VSL. You get that wrong, you get everything wrong. And let's take a look at some great examples of winning hooks. There's this hook, which is visually super engaging. And then there is this hook who doesn't do the job. Like, look at it. Would you even stay on it? You don't even need to have the sound. You're just gonna click away. So focus on the hooks, test multiple hooks for your future VSL. Now, once we hook the people, we need to immediately establish one thing. What is the big problem that you're going to solve? That's what we did consistently. Like, we found a solution to weight loss. We fixed gut health issues forever. We found the one solution to everything, to this big problem. So what you need to do is to actually extract the big problems that you're trying to solve. If you're selling a hearing device, you could say that you found that one method that solves hearing issues forever. Without even saying what it is, you're just teasing it. But that's exactly what we need to do at the very beginning. If we bring it back to gut health, there's a lot of problems that come with gut health issues, which could be energy levels that drop, skin rashes, weight gain. You might have a lot of emotional problems attached to it, because think about it. If you have skin rashes, you might be ashamed to go in public because you have a lot of spots. If you can't get rid of those extra pounds because you have gut health issues, then you're probably gonna be ashamed to try on new dresses if you're a girl. So we can tap into all these emotional problems to create emotional relatability with our ideal target. So before even writing a script, we need to understand exactly who we're talking to before. So we need to extract all the objections, problems, and the pain points of our customers. And then, when after listing the big problem, the main thing that we're solving, highlight all the side issues that we're also gonna solve. By emphasizing, by having the authority figure saying like, hey, I know, I also had these issues. I tried to run half a marathon a week and I couldn't lose weight. I was going to the gym, I tried different diets, I tried all sorts of things. I just couldn't make it work until I found this one thing. I continued teasing it. I felt bad about my body. I felt embarrassed in front of my friends. I didn't want to go to the beach. I felt embarrassed in the gym because everyone is much healthier and fitter than me. And you start tapping in all these pain points of the users. Then you start bringing up solutions. And instead of bringing immediately up your product that is the one perfect solution, you start educating the users on the research that went behind in creating your product. If we're sticking to the supplement, the research of different foods that actually promote gut health. You need X amount of apples, you need the coconuts, you need these berries from Japan, you need this and that. And guess what? At the end of it, we're gonna say that we packed all the solutions in this one product, which is your supplement. So before pitching a simple product and giving it away that is a supplement, we really wanna give value to the user. That actually every solution that we talked about, so all the foods that promote gut health, that help the gut lining, are actually all stored in this little magic pill. But it's only magical if you make it magical before. And there is also a big pro that if you sell the product enough, it's actually going to work better on users because you educate them on actually what's inside. Because a lot of people think, oh, I'm going to take this magic pill and this is going to solve all my problems without understanding what goes behind. And we also need to incentivize people to actually take action other than just taking our supplements, because it's pointless if they take a supplement and then they continue eating trash, that's going to solve all their issues. So what we say is you should avoid certain foods, and we actually go deep in the foods that they need to avoid, that are bad for your gut, and that comes all with the research of the product. Because the important is here to educate, and we're not even selling them anything yet. That's exactly why your ads shouldn't feel like ads. They should feel like a story. They should feel like an educational piece of content that they can easily digest and learn from. Once we presented all the different solutions, we're gonna pack them into the ultimate product that we pitch. And that's when we're gonna start unloading all the call to actions. Buy this product now, create scarcity, this offer is only available for X amount of time, if you watch this video, and whatnot. You're gonna go through all the frequently most asked questions to try to fight all the objections that they may have. What if this doesn't work for me? What can I do to improve performance? What else can I get if I need to support my gut health? All the most frequent objections that you need to collect by your pre-research before writing any script, before shooting any VSLs, and make it extensive so you solve all the objections. Now, for the shooting setup, you don't need anything fancy. In fact, I shot some VSLs from scratch just by using my phone. But actually, I just want to give you a glimpse of what's inside our Scalers Pro program, where I actually teach about VSLs, and this is how a setup could look like. And it's exactly this setup. This is in a nutshell how you create a VSL. This is the structure that you can literally take away and apply it to your current campaigns, to your future ads as a beginner affiliate, and make a killing. You can transform these into 5-minute videos and compress them a lot. Again, Marco only had a 5-minute VSL and he made $6 million in his first year as a beginner affiliate. Or us, that we sold a more complex product, it took us more time, so we had a 40-minute VSL. Depending on what you're running, as an example, YouTube doesn't like long VSLs anymore. We actually create shorter VSLs that then point to a VSL page. Now, at this stage, I really love to add YouTube in the mix. YouTube ads has extremely high quality traffic, and YouTube can actually be more scalable in certain verticals than Facebook. And on YouTube, we're gonna follow the exact same structure. So I'm gonna create one campaign, have one ad group, and upload 4 different variants of my VSL. And I'm gonna use the same VSL, but simply I'm gonna add 4 different hooks at the very beginning. As a budget recommendation, take the exact same example of what I did before. Always 3 times the budgets. Now, the way we're gonna scale budget is gonna be the exact same. That's exactly what allowed me to go from $1,000 to $170,000 in a day. But understand, that's not usually the case. These are other runs that I did, and then I keep doing to the day. As you can see, I actually go high up in budgets really quickly. Then, a lot of you might have cash flow issues. This goes for beginners to pros. When you're starting out, you might start scaling and you don't have enough budget. So a quick rule here is to always be cash flow positive. And how do you do that? If you have good, consistent revenues with an affiliate network or a brand, you can actually ask them like, so I need to get paid more frequently. Can you help? Because if you can pay me more frequently, I can actually scale more. And if you're working with an agency or you have your own ad accounts, you should try to get credit as soon as possible, or get an American Express that allows you to pay your cost after 60 days. That way, you will always stay cash flow positive. And just by applying this, it can make a tremendous difference between scaling a little and scaling hardcore. For example, I got to a point when we started scaling so hard that I needed to get credit lines really quickly because I just simply didn't have enough money to put in ads, and I had to solve it. So the way I did it was by getting a credit line and by getting paid more frequently. So right now I pay my advertising costs once a month and I get paid every single week because I negotiated that with my partners. But in order to do so, you need to have a very good relationship with your partners, which brings me exactly to the next point. The most amount of money I made after figuring out the first profitable campaign is actually working with my partners to try to make them as much money as possible and actually to be a decent human being. Because again, you get what you give. So a lot of affiliates and a lot of people make the mistake that they will run very aggressive ads that are gonna mislead customers into buying a product and then get the quick commission out of it, but then the brand is gonna have an issue. Because imagine that you sold a supplement saying that you're gonna get super quick results right away. Did you take this magic pill and you're gonna lose weight tomorrow? That's gonna give problems to the brand because you're over promising and under delivering. And that's gonna mess up the relationship with your partner because you wanna bring them quality traffic. So what you need to think about is always what your partner needs. Because again, the relationship is only gonna work if they make money and you make money. The happier they are, the more they're gonna give to you. It's how it works. And in my case, I usually don't have to ask, for example, for higher commissions, because if I provide high quality traffic, they're gonna come back to me and be like, hey Alex, remember Dr. Kellyanne bone broth at $120 per commission? Hey, your traffic is so good, we actually can afford paying you $140. So $20 more per sale, which can make a tremendous impact on my daily profits. So I know you have a lot of questions so far. I know I skimmed through a lot of products and it's a hell of a guide that I just gave you. I'm very well aware of that. But every topic deserves its own focus to go really deep and find out all the tricks, all the strategies, everything that worked for me in the highest detail. From a beginner, ad accounts issues, how to set these campaigns, to how to properly product test them, to scale to 1K a day, to how to create a VSL, how to build these relationships and really go for the $1 million a month. And that's exactly why I developed Scalers Pro. And Scalers Pro is the full-on guide that you need to start scaling with affiliate or with VSLs. And it's designed for beginners that don't know where to start, up to pros and people that are already exposed to the marketing world and want to go to the next level by either switching to the affiliate model or developing an affiliate program for their e-commerce. And if you want to learn the magic behind the best VSLs in the market, because we did 100 million views with this video that generated me over $20 million just this one video alone. And in general, my $70 million that I generated in commissions, which translated as somewhere like $100 million in revenue for my partners, if not more, were generated through the VSLs. So Scalers Pro teaches you everything that I just mentioned in this video in the highest detail possible. You will learn my scaling secrets that allowed me to generate $70 million in revenue with VSLs, YouTube ads, and Facebook ads. It's the ultimate guide for everybody that wants to scale to $1 million a month and beyond. Scalers Pro is amazing because for the first time ever, we're actually selling in one hit everything that we have to offer. Only available to you because you watched this video. It includes Scaler's Method, which is my OG initial beginning course that we're throwing in this package. It's gonna teach you all the foundations and principles of affiliate marketing, teach you how to set up all these campaigns, get you access to the affiliate network, teach you how to budget, share examples of winning products, show you the ins and outs that you need to run successful campaigns on Facebook and get you to your first $1,000 a day. This is worth thousands of dollars, but we were selling it at $500. Then we're giving you the ultimate YouTube VSL course, Scalers Pro, worth $5,000. Here I share all the secrets, all the behind the scenes to what it takes to make a killer VSLs. I'm gonna tell you how we were able to find these authority figures. I actually have a special call with the guy that does all these deals for the brands that I work with, that gets the celebrities involved in these VSLs, or help you find cost-effective solutions on how you can involve someone in your VSL, whether it's a spokesperson or someone at the company that you work with, or someone at the brand that you work with as an affiliate, or even you as an e-com owner that wants to figure out the VSL game and increase their revenues by a lot. In the same package, something that I never really offer to the public is group coaching calls. We're gonna have weekly media buying calls with Andreas, who generated millions of dollars as a media buyer, and bi-weekly calls with myself, where we talk about affiliate, strategy, all the ads, VSL production, and YouTube ads, and everything you want to ask me, because I've done it all. And if you're an e-commerce owner, you can ask me anything that you need to know in order to enroll your affiliate program and start leveraging this new area of affiliate. You will get exclusive access to our community where you can ask topic-specific questions and connect with other like-minded people. All combined at a discounted price for you watching this video at $4,099. And you can enroll right now if you still find the link in the description available. Because if you don't, it means that this offer ran out and we closed the doors, and unfortunately there's no more seat available to the table for you. But if you do see it, it means that you can still access this today and actually enroll now. On top of that, you actually get benefits like VIP access to our future events, like the meetups that we do around the world for scalers, and the Affiliate Takeover Conference, which is the biggest, most relevant conference in the industry. And you're gonna meet super ninjas in the space, people that have insane brands, that scaled brands that we know or that we even consume. Or you're gonna meet ninjas directly coming from the community, such as Jan. Jan bought Scaler's Method 2 years ago and then ended up making $800,000 with ClickBank, and now is actually exhibiting at ATO because he developed a SaaS company helping people get ad accounts. Or Marco, who was able to start as a complete affiliate beginner and go from zero to literally $6 million in revenue after taking the course and the same coaching that you get access to by joining today. Or Gabe, who now is a successful $50K a month in profit affiliate, owns a SaaS company, and is even a media buyer at our company Scalers. Or Robert, who for multiple months, if not a year, didn't make it work until he went from zero to $90,000 in 3 months with lead gen affiliate, and is now media buying at Scalers as well. Or not to mention all the hundreds of people that we have in the community that are benefiting now, today, every single day from all the calls that we do inside the community. So get access right now. Genuinely mean it. I don't know how long we're gonna keep this offer for, because every time I do these calls, I realize how much value there is, and offering it for $4,999, it's a steal. But what if this doesn't work? Well, I'm so confident that we're offering a 14-day money-back guarantee. So even if you join and you're like, oh my God, this isn't for me, you can actually just send us an email, no questions asked, we're gonna refund you the money, and that's about it. But that's exactly why also we have the weekly coaching calls that ensures the implementation of everything that you learn. Because if you have any blockers, you can always jump on the weekly call with us and ask us questions, and also hear from everybody else what they're going through and how they solve their issues. And more than that, you can ask the community to help you troubleshoot anything that you're going through. Because guess what? You're not alone. We all went through these exact same obstacles, and you can get access to like-minded people that are on the same mission just as you are, to ask them how they solved that specific problem. And if you tried affiliate marketing before, but I didn't work, and why would it work this time? Well, this time you actually have the right support. There's literally no affiliate course like this out there, because any other affiliate that is successful at this business is either shy to do it in front of the camera or simply doesn't care about community building the way I do. I'm literally the first in the industry to take it this seriously, and I'm giving it all. I'm not keeping anything. You have the step-by-step guide until here, and if you're still watching, you see exactly why this logically makes sense. And again, don't listen to me. Listen to the students that could actually make it work, and like Marco, who became a successful affiliate making $6 million in his first year as a beginner. Now, how much budget do you need? I recommend $5,000 to $10,000 minimum, because if you just have $5,000 for Scalers Pro, it's gonna be hard for you to test any ads. But if you have $5,000 now and on the way you get salaries or more money available in the next few weeks, then I still recommend you to join, but make sure that you have enough budget to test ads, because I want you happy. Like, I don't want you to join this and then not be able to practice what I teach you, because you're simply gonna waste money. And also, I don't want people that are broke in the community. It's gonna affect the coaching calls, and we only want tier 1 people ready to go serious about this, because that's how we're gonna raise collectively the level of our community. So if it sounds like you and you're ready to take this next step, click the link below and join right now, because you wanna make it for the next coaching calls happening this week. And if you're a beginner and you're unsure if this is the right fit, well, Scalers Pro has an entire course focused on beginners just like yourself to help you scale from your first 1K a month to 1K a week to actually 1K a day. Plus, you can literally ask us anything during the calls and get rid of any possible blockers that you may have. And by being surrounded by the right crowd, you're actually going to increase your chances by a lot. And remember, in the affiliate business, it's not just about understanding how to make the best ads, it's about relationships. So it's now the time to actually start a community and to build out these relationships and get access to the affiliate networks that you wouldn't get access to by yourself. I mentioned GiddyUp earlier, right? That they have a successful network with great e-commerce products. Guess what? You can only get access if you are a Scalers member. You know why? They only work with affiliates that are either pros already or that they went through a course as detailed as mine that allows you to learn all the basics. So when you get to work with them, by the way, you're gonna get a certificate of completion that you actually completed the courses. You're gonna present it to GiddyUp or to any other affiliate network that we exclusively work with, and they're gonna know that you know the basics and you have the tools to actually make it, because otherwise they don't wanna bother with beginners that bother them with super basic questions. And we take care of all of that. Not only that, we make sure that you go from beginner to pro with Scalers Pro. So is it the right course for you as a beginner? I genuinely don't know any other better course than this. And no, it sounds biased because it's mine, but please name me one other affiliate out there that is teaching you this. Probably no one, right? So what if you're an already advanced marketer? Is this still worth it? Well, absolutely. We have some killers in the community, people that made millions already, but guess what? We are all learning, and we all have problems to solve to get to the next level. And if you're still here watching this video, you know you have some blockers you want to get rid of, and I'm gonna be able to help you with that because I've done it all multiple times. You might need better products, you might want to improve your cash flow, you might want to open an affiliate program for your e-commerce and don't know how, you want to create the next big VSL and scale hard, you might not know how to avoid policy issues in your ad accounts on Meta or on YouTube. And I've done it all multiple times over and again, and I'm literally the Wi-Fi router in the industry thanks to all the community work like Affiliate Takeover or my YouTube channel. I see everything and I get to know anyone in the space. So you can join the calls and get that one missing information that can skyrocket your business today. So join Scalers Pro now. This offer is literally available for only who watched this video until here. So what if you already have a successful business? Well, are you running VSLs? Are you successfully scaling different VSL formats across different platforms like Snapchat or in-app, or are you even using YouTube at this stage? Scalers Pro can transform your existing business, and you can apply all the methods that we teach to literally any business model. If you're running SaaS, info, lead gen, e-com, you need better ads and learn directly from the biggest VSL advertiser. If you think you don't have enough time, well, let me ask you this. How are you spending your time at the moment? If you watched it this far, you know you want to scale your lifestyle by scaling your business more. So make time for high impact tasks like learning the fundamentals of affiliate marketing and implementing all the VSL strategies in your ads. And let's face it, I'm sure you can cut the BS and make time for this. And I know it's a mission, but that's exactly why we're here to help. And is there an ongoing support? Yes, we're consistently improving our community to offer the best support possible. Plus, you can use the weekly calls to directly ask me or Andreas or any future coach anything that you want. You also get access to the member section where you can interact with others, so you can ask questions directly to other community members and help each other out, because we're all in this together, and that's exactly the beauty of networking. If you're not where you are, it's probably also because you don't have the right network. But by joining this community today, you're gonna unlock the online community and the offline events, and everything is gonna be at your fingertips. So make sure to join Scalers Pro now, and I see you in our first coaching call together. Peace!